I had to stop there. I usually only go about 20 minutes. I went 30 minutes that time. And I hope it all gets recorded. I'm not sure that happens. I'm in the book of Ruth. I'm continuing. I'm going to start at verse 11 in the last chapter, chapter 4, book of Ruth. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, "We are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah." You gotta read. You gotta read up to this point. "Which two did build the house of Israel, and do thou worthily in Ephrathah, and be famous in Bethlehem. And let thy house be like the house of Pharez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son." The purpose was to keep the lineage going in a certain manner where Jesus was going to be born. Who gave her conception? God. What do a lot of women in America do? They go to Planned Parenthood and they kill the babies. America has turned her back on God. There's just a few of us left in this country. Now, I say a few. There's millions, all right? But of the billions that are on the earth, the true followers of Christ, according to God's word, He says the pathway to destruction is wide, it's big, and there's a lot that are heading to destruction. And the pathway to everlasting life is narrow, and there are only a few that find it. You want to be one of those. Read this book, and you'll find out how. Verse 14, chapter 4, Ruth. "And the women said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. Naomi was old." Let me read this again. "And the women said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, giving new life into this old lady, and a nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And the women, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi. And they called his name Obed. Oh, man. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now, this book was written in the time of the judges. And all this stuff happened before this. Now, these are the generations of Phares. Phares begat Hezron, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Amminadab. Make sure I don't go over the time here. And Amminadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. That's the lineage right there. And you follow that down right to Joseph and Mary. Huh? Now, Mary got pregnant, but her husband, who wasn't her husband yet, did marry her while she was pregnant. God did that miraculously. The Virgin Mary with child. You know the story? You don't see a lot of those nativities around this country anymore. Nope. They've kicked God out of our schools, out of our courts, out of everything. No God. The evil Democrats and the communist Muslim, these people worship the devil. They are evil. Their goal is the demise of the United States. And the best way to do it is to take over from within. That's why they're killing our people, the real Americans, and they're inviting the hordes of people from all over the globe to come in through our southern border. Mexico is on our southern border. They are not our friends. We should go down there and invade Mexico. Kill all these scumbags. All right, that's the book of Ruth. That was a pretty good read there. I'm in my third segment here, but the second one was 30 minutes long, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I hope I don't lose any of it. Let's see. I'm going to put this on hold for a second.